Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. I think I'll play a little theme music. Did Ruby just make an appearance in the camera? Ruby, you're a camera whore. Ruby. It's Christmas time in hell. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on it, but everybody saying it's Christmas time. Christmas time. It's Christmas time in hell. Well, there it is. Welcome in, everybody. Ah. What can you say? Well, I went to bed last night, slept well, woke up this morning, and I was given a link to a live that went on last night at 12:50 a.m. And it was Truths. I want to play the end of my live last night, okay? I want to play the end of my live last night because it kind of sums up and talks about part of what I want to talk about today. Let me play it, and then we'll talk. Exactly. But there's only one thing I want to clear up, and one thing only, that I want to make sure that everybody is aware of. There's one reason why that I'm not friends and over there anymore. And the only reason is because she's had multiple conversations with Florida Man. And that's it. I mean, if you know me, you know all of the false, disgusting information he has put out about me. what he's done to my family, the contact he's made with siblings, all that stuff. From the way I think is that if I was good friends with somebody and you knew that somebody was tearing them down by making disgusting allegations, threats, horrible videos filled with lies, and I don't need to go over all the stuff that he said about me. Everybody's aware of that. But if I knew a friend of mine was going through that with somebody, I personally, there'd be no way I would ever have any type of conversation or contact with that person doing it to my friend. And you know, when that happens, then of course you start thinking about that you just don't feel comfortable talking to somebody anymore. I'm going to fast forward. And it's sad. It is very sad. And that's the reason. There's no other reason than that. And I have nothing bad to say about her. I'm not going to say anything bad about her. Because I never had anything bad to say, And, she had her reasons for doing it, and that's fine. And as she said to me, she can talk to whoever she wants, whenever she wants. And that's right, And she absolutely has the right to do that. But I also have the right to draw a line and say, yeah, I'm not good with that. And that's fine. As I said, I have no problem if people in here go into her lives. I don't care. That's fine. Because she is funny as hell. I mean, and she has some lives that are really, entertaining. I don't have a problem with that. But, I'm just not going to be there. And that's my choice. So, I hope that, what she continues to do over there, she's successful. I hope that, I wish nothing for the best for her and her family. I hope wonderful things come her way. I hope she has a great holiday season. I have no ill will at all, towards her. But I do want to make sure that everybody understands exactly the reason for it. And it's because of what I said. And that's it. So that was me last night at the end of my live, okay? And I brought it up. I haven't talked about it because I didn't want drama to be brought to TikTok, because as I've always said, I just don't feel like everything has to be brought here. My live last night was after she went live earlier in the day, and she made a lot of false allegations about me. And, you know, it's funny because, well, I'm just going to let her own words. I'm talking about truth. Judge Truth. If somebody lies on me and I have the truth and the proof that they're doing it, I am going to defend my character. So I'm gonna play her live from 12:50 a.m. last night. I'm sure a lot of you didn't know she was on because we were all asleep. And one of the most, I have to say, one of the most egregious things that she said, and of course, Florida Man had to pick up on it. She sent my wife and I 2 freshies. And I said to her, you know, send me your financial app because I'm going to pay for them. I don't want you to send them to me for free. And she said, no. She said, you're not paying me. This is a gift from me to you and your wife. And I said, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. I'll find your Cash App or whatever she uses, and I'm going to send you the money. And she said, well, I'm going to not accept it. And I said, okay, well, then what I'll do is I will send you an ornament from my town. Now, lo and behold, as I explained to her a little over a week ago, the store that sold them in my town is no longer in business. So I was going to have to kind of trek around, stop in a lot of places to find one. And then the Florida Man calls came out. So I did not do that anymore. But regardless, she said in a live yesterday that she wants her $30 for the freshies she sent me. So you sent them as a gift to my wife and I, but now that you're pissed off, you want me to pay for them now? And of course, guess who caught on to that? Florida Man did. So now he's making it like I cheated her out of money. Yep, she brought this whole thing on here. And you know what? So I'm glad to see that she has joined the hate squad. But I want to play her live from last night. We're not going to listen to all of it, but I am going to play it, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove her wrong with what she's saying. So let's find. It's a fake fireplace, though, guys. Remember, this is my second fake fireplace. Well, I guess in actuality it is kind of fake because it is gas. So it's a fake fireplace. It's a fake. Okay, so.
Predator.
And before it gets started, too, by the way, I highly suggest everybody goes to Scam Slam 412 and listen to my live on December 4th. And I want you to listen to it. And I want you to cut clips and send them to me of where, number one, I ever said that I support Mr. T. And number two, that I blame the victim. I would like everybody to do that. Everybody. I'd like everybody to do it. Because the people that have listened to it, that I've, asked for their opinions on, and I trust that they would be honest with me. I never said it, I never said it at all. As I was saying throughout the entire live, as I was basing it on the documents I saw. So, there's that.
Let's expose the truth.
Just goofball, play around. I love her. We go live for that. We dance, wake up.
Put together our last order of the night. I have a lady come in buy my reborn baby in the morning. So I'm sure that's going to be emotional. Saying your name wrong. Like in the South, we would say crepe, but crepe. I'm usually wrong, so I speak in tongues half the time. Usually wrong. Then we got and then for the dog paw, for that color, and then for the brownie, right now, guys. And that's why people aren't coming in. Or I'm going to just right now, guys. All 5 of you. I'm gonna assume it's just like late at night. And that's why people aren't coming in. Or I'm going to assume that people fucking hate me for defending myself. And that too is okay with me.
Now, I want you to know, earlier in the day, and correct me if I'm wrong, she said that I told people not to go in her live. And she said that I am doing all of this to destroy her small business. Something along those lines. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how she could even come up with that yesterday, okay, during the day when I hadn't even talked about it. First time I talked about her was last night, and that was just to kind of clear the air as to why what happened. I did, Jody, and that's why I'm surprised. I kept it. I kept it very, very calm and cool last night. Telling people to support her, and I'm still not saying otherwise. But as I said, if somebody's gonna lie, I'm gonna show the proof.
That too is okay with me. Know what I mean? Hi, Mimi. I was just now showing orders that I'm working on right now. We're going to be putting my desk together this weekend, which is exciting. I'm probably going to have a total meltdown. Whoever came forward of who keyed my son's car, and I have to honor that. So sometimes we have to let go of things and
I'm going to tell you that Truths Live are going to be posted on YT, but her first one from yesterday, and I think maybe the second one will not be, because she doxed a bunch of minor kids. So that's what she's talking about right now. I guess her son's key got his car got keyed. It was an anti-gay thing, which is disgusting. A hate crime, and they're in the process of dealing with that right now. So, but yeah, there was a lot of minors doxed.
to get other things done. And that is what we're doing. So, I think I've cried a lot since Friday. Probably way too much. More than I deserve. I'll tell you that. Hi, Leaky Pete. I learned a long time ago that not everybody's gonna fucking like you. Somebody's always gonna have a problem with something you say or do. And that problem is not yours, it's theirs. So, I'm okay with
that. I think kind of what she underestimated, though, is that there are a lot of people that feel a type of way about Florida Man. And there are a lot of people that feel the way that I feel about Florida Man, you know? And that's my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't think I was the only one that was offended by, you know, what this has all turned out to be. Yeah, I hear you, Heidi. And I agree with that. I agree with that. But, you know.
Thank you, Mahana. Thank you, Grandma. My only thing is, if you hear something, don't sit there and talk about me. Like, come and ask me. Like, hey guys, did you do this? And then I'll tell you if I did it. But usually people don't have to ask me, because if I do something that I know will upset other people, I come on and I tell you about it instantly. Like, I'm very transparent. I knew talking to Florida Man was going to piss people off. But due to Scam Slam and her shitty fucking choices, I had to defend myself. That part was left out because it's one of Scammyclaus' best friends. And I will forever defend myself. I shouldn't have been put in that situation to begin with, and her, being my so-called friend, should have defended me.
That's the first place I want to pause. Okay? And I'm going to prove that what she's saying is a lie. And I'm pulling up my messages So I'm going to read them. I'm going to read them, and I already asked Scam for permission. And, to be fair, well, I'm going to read it so you could see how I handled it. And I'll let Scam come up, and she'll be able to talk and defend. Okay. Judge, and I'm going to hold this here, and then I'm going to read it, okay? Judge Truth is not a friend of mine. I actually recently heard her say some things about how trans people shouldn't use certain bathrooms. It bothered me, and I even told, I think it says I can't see a number, 2 of my mods about it, and kind of warned them about being in Truth's live streams because of it, okay? So I sent that to Scam, okay? And my comment to her was, Scam, who did you message here? And she told me the person she messaged. And I said, and you know what? And I want to say, Scam, thank you for giving me permission, okay?
Absolutely.
Scam told me she sent it to somebody named Bob the Builder. I don't even know who the fuck that is. And I said to her, I'm friends with her. Why didn't you talk to her about it? Scam said, oh, well, she was saying, the person that I'm assuming reached out to Scam said, oh, she was saying on here that friend Truth is racist. Why don't you call her out? Why are you hanging out with a racist? I didn't know what she was talking about. I asked her, but she never answered. Then she was saying that I needed to go on my platform and talk about blah, 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 some other stuff. And I said, nope. She said, Scam said, talk to who? Truth? I said, nope. It's about transgendered. It wasn't about anything about race. And I said, read it. And Scam said, yes, but that's what started the conversation. When she mentions the prejudice stuff, she said Truth was saying racist stuff, and I had no clue what she was talking about. And I said, come on, Scam, read what you said. And I said, she said, I am. What do you mean? I said, what did Truth say about trans people that was so bad you warned people not to go in there? I said, did Bob ever tell you what prejudice things she was saying? And Scam said, I told 2 of my mods, yes, I explained to them why I wasn't going into her live streams often. Absolutely never mentioned it to anyone else. No, she never told me. Bob blocked me before telling me what she was even referring to. And I said, do you even know the context of what Truth said? And Scam said, if you know about trans people in bathrooms, yes, absolutely. I heard what she said myself. And I said, what did she say? And Scam said, I didn't get mad or make a big deal out of it. I just decided not to regularly go into her live streams. And I said, can you understand why Truth is kind of bummed right now? And Scam said she was implying that trans people go into their identifiable schmeck's bathrooms to assault children, and saying no trans person better go in the bathroom with her daughter. And I said, she doesn't even have a daughter. And Scam said, maybe we said, maybe she said it was a daughter. I'm not quoting things word for word. And I said, can you understand why she's upset right now? And Scam said, well, she said she stood on her opinion about all this stuff, and I didn't care if anyone agreed with it. Well, I don't agree with it. And I said, you told people to stay away from her lives based on your opinion. And Scam said, I didn't tell anyone to stay away. I told them why I was staying away. I said, you warned them to stay away. Your words in the message. I said, I posted it above. Read it. Scam said, I never told them to stay away. This was to Breezy and Jake and somebody else. And Breezy can't go into Truth's lives anyways because Truth blocked her and, blah, blah, blah. I said, how would you feel if it was Truth talking about you like that on the back end with someone you don't know? And then it was made into a post? And Scam said, I understand why she'd be upset. Maybe I could have let Truth know it bothered me. When Truth said this stuff was basically said, she was firm on this issue and didn't care what anyone thought about it. So I didn't seem like it was open for any conversation. I said, I'd be upset too. Someone I considered a friend told someone that they were my friend and warned others to stay away from my lives. I would be hurt. She's hurt. Scam said she considered me to be a friend. I didn't warn anyone to stay out of her live streams. I'm sorry she's hurt. It was not my intention at all, and I'm sorry that I hurt her feelings. And then I said, Scam, you're one of the people I'm closest to. If you'd please reach out to Truth over the weekend. I think both of you are wonderful and really fun to be around, and it hurts. It hurts me when one of my friends is hurt. I'd feel the same way if it was the other way around. But Truth said I didn't have her back. Scam, you want to take it from there? Oh, Guardians of Valor 2.0 fake
Yeah,
account.
it's a fake account.
Please go away. Please.
Where do you want me to go? Oh, okay.
Okay, so now remember, I had been in contact with Truth, okay, during that weekend. And I told her that you were going to be reaching out to her to apologize. So what happened?
So I don't remember what time that was, but I believe it was in the evening when you and I were talking. Maybe you have the timing of that. And I was working on some other things, and I said I will reach out to her tomorrow. I'll reach out to her and have a conversation.
And was this on a Saturday or a Friday? I can't remember which day it was.
I don't know. You have the messages in front of you. I'd have to go back and look at the messages. Maybe you can tell from the
Let me
messages.
check. Yeah, actually.
But I wanted to clarify the one part where I said she thought I was a friend. That was a question mark. I was like, she considered me a friend because I've only been in her lives a handful of times. So I don't know. I guess she thought that I somehow hurt her feelings and considered me a friend.
I mean, she was hurt by it, and we.
I mean, But the thing was, I was also hurt. I was hurt by what she said. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
But I thought we could come to, at least a common understanding. And the thing was, even after she said those things, I was still cordial with her. We were both participating in your live streams. We would both be in a box at the same time or this or that. I didn't make a big deal about it. I didn't bring it to TikTok. I literally only told two of my mods about it. Again, one of them was already blocked and the other one continued to go on her live streams. I never told anybody not to go into her live stream.
First she said that it was in my Discord. Okay. she said it was in my Discord that was posted.
Nope.
And I said, no, it was not in my Discord. I said, I don't even think you're in my Discord, Scam.
Yeah, I am, but I'm not real active in there because I'm so busy in my own.
Actually, I don't think you are because I closed that original one down.
No, maybe I'm not. I thought I was.
Surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, first she made it sound like that I allowed you to post that in my Discord. And I said, no, that was not my Discord. Well, it's got your logo on it. I said, it wasn't my Discord. I said, I can guarantee you, do you really think I would let something like that stick in a Discord chat?
Nope. It was a private message where Bob the Builder was accusing her of being a racist, actually. And she wanted me to confront truth about being a racist. And she was saying that she was saying racist things in some live stream. And that's what I was trying to explain. I'm like, I'm not even normally in Truth's lives because I wasn't. That's why I said, like, I don't consider her like a friend. Like, I'm not in her live streams. I don't know what was said. And I've been going in there even less recently because she said some things about trans people that bothered me. I never called her transphobic. I never told people to stay out of her live streams or anything else. And she was very firm on what she believed. And so, yeah, I didn't confront her about or anything. It's just, I mean, there's other creators, if something happens in their live or they say something I don't agree with, I don't always make a big deal about it. I just,
And
go
this is
other
this,
places.
this is the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because first she was saying that I think she made a comment that you were trying to destroy her business too. You were trying to make people not buy from her small business because she blamed it on me. She said I was trying to do that, which never happened. I believe your name was brought up. I haven't heard the whole live from her
I've
yesterday.
I've never mentioned her business,
I know.
either good or bad. I've never
Yeah.
mentioned her business at all.
But, for her to go out there and say that I didn't have her back regarding this situation.
Yeah, no, you were questioning me and you wanted to get to the bottom of why
I
I
was
said.
mediating this for about maybe a half a day, going back and forth, messaging truth and saying, I want you guys to talk. I don't like this. I don't like when people are arguing. I don't want to get involved in this. If you guys don't like each other, that's you two. I don't want to be involved in this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
So
and well, I'll get into that part later. Go on, Skim.
so you and I had talked whatever night that was, and I said, I can understand why she might be upset. I didn't intend to hurt her feelings, and I will try to reach out to her tomorrow. And so I forget what happened that night. I think I didn't end up getting much sleep and ended up kind of sleeping more like during the daytime or something. I might not have. It might have been the one day I was a little bit sick too. So, anyways, I planned. I woke up from a nap the next day, and it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not like usually like a early morning person anyway. So, but anyway, it was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I wake up to some messages saying that Truth was saying a bunch of negative things about me in her live. She showed the message, was claiming that I called her transphobic and that I was telling people to not go in her live streams and all this other stuff. And that's not what my words were. Like, my words are what they are. So you don't need to twist them. So I was upset because I'm like, why would she go live and talk about this? I was going to have a private conversation with her so we could clear anything up. She could ask any questions she wanted about why I felt the way I felt, and I could understand why she felt the way she did. But she's the one that she brought it to TikTok before we could even have a
Exactly.
conversation
Yep.
and come to any kind of understanding at all.
Yep. And that was the first time that happened. Okay. Again, I tried to keep things behind the scenes off of TikTok.
Me too.
And, Scam was going to call her and have a discussion with her. And
Because I even asked you, I said, do you know if
Yep.
she's still on Discord? Because I had
Yep.
talked to her once on Discord like months prior.
Yep.
And I had said, is she still on Discord? Because if so, maybe I'll try to reach out there. I don't know if I should try to reach out to her on Discord or TikTok, but I'll try Discord first. But by the time I woke up at 3:00 in the afternoon, she had already been live. I don't even know exactly what time she went live and said all this stuff, but I got the recordings, so I heard what she said.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of time in between. When and I would have to go back through my text messages with her, but from what I remember, I believe I did tell her that you were going to call her.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm almost positive because I wouldn't have just left that dangling without telling her.
Right. So yeah, I plan to have a conversation, and at least, even if we didn't agree with each other, and even if I didn't continue to go into her live streams or whatever, because that was a choice that I made, and I didn't really plan on changing that, we could still be cordial with each other and not have any issues or misunderstandings about it. Why?
Yep. So, for her to say that I didn't stand up for her is false. My personal opinion is she didn't want me to be friends. I mean, this sounds like fucking middle school. I mean, and I can't believe I'm even saying this shit. But it sounded like to me, I got the impression that she did not want me to be friends with Scam anymore. And it's not going to happen, it's not, if somebody's arguing with a friend of mine and they're friends with me, I'm going to tell them, let's try to work this out, whatever. I'm not going to get involved in it, and I'm not going to not like somebody that I've been friends with for a year and a half because somebody's not friends with them,
And true or false, after I found out she went live and said these different things about me, I told you then, I said at this point, I'm not interested in trying to have a conversation now at this point.
As you shouldn't have, because, if she couldn't wait, and it wasn't on, it wasn't when she thought it should happen. There's nothing you can do about that, because as I said, I know that you were going to reach out to her. I don't know if she thought it was like 5 minutes or something, but there was no timetable put on it.
Yeah, and I think that night, like I said, I was in the middle of something, or it might have been that
I think you were sick.
Yeah, there was a period there where I
you were
wasn't
sick
feeling
that
well,
weekend.
and off and on, and I was kind of on a really weird sleep schedule and stuff. So yeah.
So I wanted to clear that up, because for her to say that I didn't back her is a pile of crap. And for any friend of mine that wants me to get involved with something, I will. Absolutely. Let me get back to Truth Live.
Thank you, Mahana. You do this, and then I'll tell you if I did it. But usually people don't have to ask me, because if I do something, Scam Slam and her shitty fucking choices, I knew.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue to let this play. This is where we left off.
The Florida man was gonna piss people off, but due to Scam Slam and her shitty fucking choices, I had to defend myself. That part was left out because it's one of Scammyclaus' best friends. And I will forever defend myself. I shouldn't have been put in that situation to begin with, and her, being my so-called friend, should have defended me.
And there you go. I just proved what Emily said. There is a lie. I did defend. And I told truth what I was doing behind the scenes. So she's not going to turn this into a boo-hoo story that I didn't stick up for a friend. Because as you just heard and saw, that's a lie. And you know what? If I need to show those text messages again, I will. But, you know, I showed you. Obviously, there's some stuff I don't want to show you because in between, there was some other conversations going on. So, but let's go on here.
But I will forever defend myself. I don't give a fuck if it's Satan I gotta talk to. Nobody will ever tell me or convince me not to defend myself. Cowards do that, and I'm not a coward. So, my suggestion to those who have an issue with what I did, just don't support me. You know, like, don't be here. Because I don't need fake support, and I don't need people telling me where I can and can't be. Like, that's not okay with me. I think it hurts, though, because people they'll ruin you. Just to. Because you said something they didn't like. You did something that they didn't like. You disagree. You agree with this person. And when you hate somebody enough to agree with a child predator, that's pretty fucking serious.
So, she keeps referring to me as somebody who supports a child predator. Again, I ask you all to go to the December 4th live and listen to it. And I want you to tell me where I said that I support Mr. T. But guess whose talking points she's using? Sounds familiar, right? And you know, I suggest, yes, she said that I support pedos. Yep. The same thing that Florida Man and everybody else is saying. And the thing that's funny is my live was on December 4th. And we were still texting on December 5th and December 6th.
Like, you need fucking help. Serious fucking help. I'll never agree. And that's just me. I'm gonna touch on the Texas Tiff video going around because I've already spoke to Florida Man about that.
Huh.
When Texas Tiff got in that box with Demon Daddy, that was before we knew he was a predator or a sexual assaulter. Okay.
I'm not gonna put this. I'm not gonna put this
to
on
motherfuckers. What I'm doing, why I'm doing it, where I'm going for me. But I think I've cleared that part up. Like, I don't know what the fuck people expect from me. Like, well, it's almost like I gotta report to motherfuckers what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, where I'm going. And I just don't report to people. Like, I just don't. I don't feel a need to. Friday, I was going through a brain procedure. Like, a lot of you know that know me. And then Friday, all that fucking shit hit. And I kept it off the platform like a grown-up. And then I carried on about my business. Saturday, I was in handcuffs. And then, ever since Saturday, I've been advocating for my son, who was, his car was destructed because he's gay. I've been really
And that's
advocating
wrong,
for
by the way.
him, keeping my focus on that. But other motherfuckers felt the need to bring problems to the platform that didn't need to be here. Because why? I'm to a point where if you walk away from me, do it respectfully, do it peacefully, and do it maturely.
And let's go over that for a minute. If you remember correctly, I was not live all the weekend. I was not live. I don't think I was live Monday. But I sure as hell didn't talk about this whole situation between me and her. I spoke about it on TikTok for the first time last night. And what did I say? I said, I have no problems with her. The situation that we're in is only because she's spoken with Florida Man a couple times and I'm not comfortable with it. That's all I said.
Well, and she went live about the issue first because my understanding was she was discussing it yesterday afternoon at about 3:30 Eastern time. So
Right,
she keeps saying that you brought it to TikTok, and that
I didn't.
is not true.
Like I said, personal things, when I have a falling out with a friend, I don't want to bring it on TikTok. And I didn't do that. I brought it up last night because she brought it to the app. And when that happens, I believe I have the right to speak on it. And again, what I spoke on last night was absolutely nothing negative. Nothing. And I played it at the beginning of this. I didn't say anything negative about her.
Nor anything, false.
Exactly.
I'm okay with people leaving me. I have daddy issues. That's just due to how I was raised by a piece of shit. I'm okay with you walking away from me. Just don't make a big fucking deal out of it because I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I think that's petty as fuck when people do that. I can walk away from you and be completely fucking normal about it.
Wow.
I don't know why people feel the need to be so dramatic about shit that they do. They gotta make it known. Oh my god, I am totally not friends with that person anymore. Oh my god, we're not friends. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Number one. To think you were that important baffles me. Baffles me. I don't know. I'm just ranting at this point because I'm really pissed off. But I think I'm more hurt than I am mad because it takes a lot to make me mad. But when people start running, with false narratives oh, she told us not to sit here and not. I never fucking told anybody where the fuck to sit. I said if you support a child predator, block me. That is what I said.
And again, she's saying that I support a child predator, which is not the case. So she keeps pushing that. The other thing is that indeed, she said in her live yesterday that she blocked people that were in T's live because they were in T's live. She said that if there are people that follow T or follow me, she doesn't want them in her live.
So there's a comment here that says running her on this live is showing the character of all of you.
Well,
Again, he didn't bring it to TikTok, and
no.
actually, she was talking about people shouldn't be making a big deal of it and all that. I guess referring to Scammy or to us or something.
Exactly. It was to
But in
me.
actuality, she went live 3 times just yesterday about it. So, yeah.
And as I said, listen, when I'm going to keep something off the app, I'm going to keep it off the app. But if the other person involved brings it here, I am absolutely going to defend myself. Because, I've sat around a long time on this app with people lying about me, putting out false allegations, and I've sat back. And I'm not going to be that person that gets pissed off and dox people or post people's kids, stuff that has happened to me. I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is I will defend myself, as I think really anybody else would.
And I'm sure since people fucking stalk me, they can go and pull that up again. That's what I said. I will never tell you where the fuck to be at. I'm not fucking you. I'm not married to you, and I'm not your mom. I don't give a fuck where you go. But if you support a child predator, just don't go here. I did. See, never told anyone. I didn't bring me and Scammy's problems to the platform because I just felt it was unnecessary.
Really? Now remember, this was at 12:50 a.m. this morning, and yesterday afternoon. And I haven't even listened to that live yet. I heard part of it, but I haven't listened to it because I listened to 5 minutes of it and I was pretty disgusted with it.
Yeah, and then she was live again at 8 something, and it was near the end of her live, so maybe about 10 o'clock or something. She was talking to you about it again. So it's been several times.
Yep, I didn't bring it here.
Unrelated. But others felt the need, like her, to bring it here for what? I don't know. I guess she wasn't getting enough attention, or maybe hated the fact that I came on here and didn't even bring it up.
What?
Some people strive on causing grief and hurt for other people. Clearly I've been dealing with enough with my kid. And I didn't need the added stress. I didn't deserve that. And if people want to walk away from me because I chose not to support a person supporting a predator, walk away. I'm just asking that you do it respectfully, peacefully, and maturely. Yeah, I see a lot of creators on here who have a problem with people because of how they react. But I never see the people that have a problem with other people's reactions hold the person that caused the reaction accountable. And I'm going to tell you, over here all day long, I'm an eye for an eye. So you come fucking with me, and I'm definitely gonna fuck with you. Because it's fuck you, it's fuck your mental, fuck your family, and fuck whatever else I gotta dig up to be even. You fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. You leave me alone, I leave you alone. Like, it's that simple. I don't think it has to do with how I was raised. I think it just has to do with who the fuck I am. But, like, people who know me know that about me. I'll never dox you. Like, it's not that fucking serious to put your address and shit out there. Even though I've had that happen to me. I think that's very unsafe for a lot of people. And my business means more to me than where the fuck you live at. I frankly don't give a fuck where you live. Even if you fuck with me, I still won't put your shit out there. I've had a lot of people turn on me whose information I have from buying from me. Their shit's not out there. I don't believe in that. At the end of the day, I have a child at my house. I have a visual impairment. Even though my shit got put out there, I still didn't dox the person who did it. I could have, but I didn't. Now, I will tell you, that person that doxed me tried to find my kids, and I can tell you, lucky for them they didn't, because I am about that life, so, like, y'all might respect me now, but fuck with my kids and what, you won't have any respect for me after that, because I can become a very, very vile person, especially when it comes to protecting my children, so. Yeah, I don't even know what this live was about, to be honest with you. I think just from earlier, because I really had to get off and calm the fuck down. I guess you just don't expect friends to do that to you. I don't know. I guess you don't expect that from people. I guess I should start expecting that from people. But, I don't know. I think I sold myself short on who I thought was a friend and who just used me for convenience, but I know Friday I dealt with my surgery for my brain tumor, and then Saturday I was in handcuffs in defense of my son who was targeted for being gay. And then I got on here Sunday and really advocated for him and what we were going through. So for all of this shit to come out for God only knows what reason, because I don't support a predator, is wild to me.
And remember, I didn't put this stuff out.
Well, and that wasn't the reason why initially. It was because she was already talking to Florida Man way before that information was even put out.
Yep. I'll let you up, Judge. Well, let me think about it. No, you can sit there. You can sit there and you can, listen to your own words and how you're lying.
And then the person that wanted to talk shit about me knows what I go through with my brain tumor. So the fact that you gave no fucks about me and my health, fuck you, all day long. What is the what for? I can answer any questions. Sorry, I'm doing...
Lying about what? You said I brought this to the app? Nope. Last night was the first time I even mentioned it. And if you heard, I did not. When? I wasn't even live. When did I bring it? I didn't bring it. You didn't? Yesterday afternoon, all you did was rail on me. Not one word.
It's recorded.
You never mentioned a damn name. I have the recording, Judge. have the recording. Do you want me to play the recording right now?
Yeah, or I can
while you're here. Can you find that scam?
Yeah, give me a moment.
Hello?
Yep. What?
Do you know how many people kept messaging me yesterday to come to your live? And I respectfully wrote them and said, I would prefer not, and respectfully do not share her live with me anymore.
I went
I
on last
never
night.
started running my mouth. And if I'm talking about something, I never once said your name in a foul, derogatory way. The fact you felt the need to come on here and tell people we weren't friends anymore is fucking ludicrous.
I'll tell you what, Truth. I will play your live from like yesterday afternoon.
I don't
okay?
care if you play my live from 20 years ago, Scammy. When I talked to Florida Man the first time, I was very transparent and honest with all of my people. I told everybody exactly why I had to talk to him. And then the second time when you're getting messages that I had a phone call to ask about this tea shit, it was a message and I answered it. That didn't make you unsafe. It didn't make anybody around me unsafe. I never spoke to that man about you. I cleared myself, my name, protected me and my family, and I am being trashed because of that?
When I went live last night, did you hear me? Do you want me to?
No, I
Okay,
didn't
good.
hear you because the minions in here were running back telling me you're shit talking me. So talk to your people about that.
I'll tell you
How
what.
did you want me to watch you while I was live on a blocked account?
Let me. I'll show you. I'll play you what I said about you last night. Okay.
No, it was played this morning. You don't need to.
Oh, so you heard it.
Now I did, yeah.
So I was trashing you, huh?
Telling you what my people said. Scammy, I was live last night when these people were coming over.
So you heard what I said about you last night?
No, I didn't. If I heard what you said about me last night, I wouldn't have said what the fuck I said last night. You act like I woke up and just had an ill will towards you. I didn't. I don't. But I'm going to tell you now, there ain't a single person that told me not to be friends with you. It was encouraged. Even after
I never said that.
What this dumb bitch behind me, below me said. Even after that.
And did you hear? Remember, we had those text messages where I said I was
Yeah, I
talking to her
remember.
and she was
But I
going to
want
call
to know,
you.
you can bring that we're not friends to the public app, but you can't say why I had to talk to that motherfucker in the first place when it comes to that bitch below me?
And do you remember when I said she was going to
Because I
call
was
you?
Shut the
didn't
fuck
want to
up.
be
I'm
in
not
your
talking to
live.
you.
No. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I'm a bitch because I didn't
Not
want to
going to
come into your
happen.
live streams anymore. Wow.
No, you're a bitch because you lied and said I was transphobic and
I
fake.
didn't say that.
You
That's
dumb
not what the
bitch.
message
Yes,
said.
you did.
That's not what the message said. Guess who did say you
Really?
were?
You didn't say I was
Guess
transphobic and I have a
no.
daughter when I don't?
No.
Really? So you lied to Scammy? So Scammy,
Guess
you
who
lied to
did
me?
call you that? Florida
Scammy,
man.
you lied to me?
Guess who did call you that?
Scam. No, you did think she had a daughter. I read that today. And
There
I
was a daughter
clarified that.
mentioned during the conversation about
Was
it.
it your daughter?
What?
I wasn't
Was it
even
your daughter? Was it your situation to speak on?
to speak on. What are you talking about? You
Yeah,
talked
you got
about
in a
it during
boxing Cassidy's live and was like, Florida man calls me transphobic and Florida man,
what?
everything you said Florida man has done to you, you motherfucker went on the back end and did it to me and don't even know me.
No, I didn't. I didn't
Yeah,
call you
you did.
transphobic. I said that what you said
Do I need to
about
go grab the
trans people
screenshot again?
in the
Can you
bathroom
wait a minute?
bothered me
Wait a minute.
because it
Can
did.
let Scam answer it, and then you can talk. You can reply to it.
I never said certain people couldn't use a fucking bathroom.
Yes, you did.
Scam, can you tell her? You can tell her what your point was. What you said.
I said that I was bothered by what you said about trans people in bathrooms. That's what I said. Read my words. Don't twist them. That's exactly what I said. And when you went live and were saying that stuff, you even said, I don't care if people don't agree with me about it. This is how I feel about it. If you don't like it, you can unfollow me. You don't have to come into my live streams. This is how I feel about this issue. And I thought, okay, well, then I am going to start distancing myself here because I don't agree with
Right, and then I'm gonna go run my mouth about shit I don't know.
run my
Makes
mouth. It was
sense.
a
Yeah.
private message. It was a private message.
And a
I can talk to you.
transgender did not go in my son's restroom.
I didn't say that. I didn't mention that at all.
No, you just called me transphobic.
No, I didn't.
You did.
My message does not. Guess who did call you that? Florida man, not me.
Yeah, I had to go defend myself. Yes, the fuck you did.
I said what you said bothered me.
You
Read
called
the
me
words.
transphobic.
No, I didn't. Where?
Scammy, do I
Prove
need to
it.
go pull the message up?
We already showed the message. We showed the message.
Wow.
We showed the message.
And y'all think I'm a mole for Florida man? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I didn't say that.
I'm not talking to you. You know, the friendship I had with Scammy was actually a genuine.
Yeah, it was
A genuine, good friendship. And if I
was.
am gonna be burned at the fucking stake for defending myself, protecting my family, I want that same energy for any motherfucker who talks to Florida man, whether it be in a box willingly, whether it be on the back end unwillingly, everybody be held accountable. Everybody.
Truth,
I don't talk to him.
for you.
I am not talking to you.
Truth, listen. For you to say that I didn't have your back when I was going back and forth to try to get you guys to have a conversation. And before she could do that, you went on a live and you started trashing her.
The bitch blocked me. That was her apology. Do you want to bring up that text message?
But what does that have to do
How
with
was she going to have a conversation with me if she blocked me? And didn't you tell me, go do what I need to do?
I'm going to read the...
Did you or did you not tell me do what I need to do?
Well, when you said that you weren't going to take a call from her, I said, do what you
Why
need
would
to
I
do.
want to call her?
Have a conversation with her.
Right, because when you're pissed off when someone does you something, the first thing you want to do is go have a conversation with them. If people don't respond and act the way that you do and you feel they need to, well, then they're wrong.
No, not at all.
You already know I'm a reactive person. You know that about me. She should have never spoke about me on the back end when she's had plenty of times sitting in boxes with me to open her fucking mouth.
Well, I mean, to be fair, every time, to be fair, every time, and I'm basing this on, very recent memory. Whenever you were in a box with me and she would come up, you would drop. Did you ever?
Yeah, she had already blocked me, Scammy. There was no fucking conversation. There was no apology, nothing. Who wants to sit in a box with somebody on the back end running their fucking mouth?
I had one message with a person, and that's running my mouth. Okay.
Yeah, your mouth was open and running. Yeah, it's a running mouth. That's what we call it.
Okay.
So, again, part of your live that I just played here, you said that I brought this to the app.
You did.
When?
When you said, me and Truth are no longer friends, talking to Florida man.
That
Why
was
the
last
fuck
night.
did you
That
feel the need to
that
do that?
that was last night, right?
I don't fucking know. I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
watching you.
yeah. It was last night again after yesterday afternoon. You brought it to the app.
And I have that recording if you
I
want me
don't
to.
give a fuck what you got.
Well, maybe you should go listen to your live from yesterday, Truth.
No, I remember what I say, Scammy. A brain tumor don't make me dumb.
Okay. You know what, Scam? Do you have that? Do you have
Yes.
that live? Do you have it?
Someone in
Do
the
you?
comments is saying I was jealous of Truth and Scammy's friendship.
No.
I've
Yeah,
never
you most definitely the fuck were.
Nah.
never tried to stop you from being friends
Nope.
at
Yeah, just
all.
like you cried about not being a fucking mod. Shut the fuck up.
What? I never tried to
Yeah,
be a
I
mod.
got that too.
I never tried to be a mod.
Yeah, you cried about it. Boo-hoo.
What are you talking about?
I never tried to be a mod anywhere. I'm not a mod
I
for
know it ain't worth
anyone.
my peace. Play whatever the fuck you want to play, but you're not gonna fucking do me like that, Scammy. You're just not. I'm not She Extra. I'm not all these motherfuckers you go after. I genuinely gave a fuck about you. I gave too much fucks about
I
you.
did. I did too.
No,
And
you obviously fucking did not.
what is this? All of a sudden, I owe you $30 too. For what?
Did you send the ornament?
No, because I told you I couldn't find one. But would you like that ornament? Because then you told me not to send it to you. So which one is it? Do I owe you $30 for the
No, I made a
freshie?
joke and said, haha, I guess I'll get it next year. And you're like, oh, no, you won't. You'll get it way before that.
This is you're ridiculous. You know that, right?
No, I'm not ridiculous. I just gave my fucking loyalty to another motherfucker who burned me. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Don't speak on me. I won't speak on you. 488 fucking people. And you know damn well I'm a good fucking person. You know my business is legit, but instead you'd rather run me through the fucking mud. And for what? I don't know. Do you know what I dealt with after Friday? I dealt with my son's car being vandalized because he's gay. That is what I have been addressing. That is what I've been standing on. Advocating for my fucking kid. Didn't bring any of you.
And I didn't either. I didn't either.
You cannot be my friend, but you don't have the right to fucking drag me.
I'll say it for the fifth time. I did not bring it to the app. You brought up.
No, I didn't, because when I
Okay.
asked all 200 people in my live last night, when did I say you? They all said no.
Oh, okay.
I never told people not to come over here.
Cam, can you play it, please?
Absolutely.
So let's hear how it had nothing to do with me, right?
This was about 3:30 yesterday Eastern time.
I just got blocked for just speaking. You are all horrible people, Truth. Don't bother with these people. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
It's okay. So you don't want to hear what she just said. You know?
I don't want to hear what.
No, I'm talking to the person in the chat that we're all horrible people. So whoever said that, why don't you listen to the clip of her live yesterday where she was not bringing the situation to the app.
Go ahead.
Somebody's going to come forward and say, okay, yeah, I saw the person do that.
That's for sure. It just breaks my heart that Scammy's sitting with T like that.
I know. Like, I lost a few people over the split up between me and her. She actually got into an argument with me the morning of my surgery, Friday morning, and then
So wait a minute. So I'm sorry. Hold on. You didn't bring it to the app, huh?
I didn't say your name.
You just said Scammy.
No, the other person
that
said
lady in my
Scammy.
box said
But
Scammy.
Okay, but were you answering her?
you're talking about
Conversation? Absolutely.
Oh well, oh my God, this is
But
ridiculous.
did I say anything fucking bad?
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
like Saturday, I think it was, and then blocked me yesterday. So
That's crazy.
Okay.
but like, I understand that, dislike from certain people when it comes to Florida Man, but when I'm asked a question, I'm going to answer it. I was asked do I support T and her husband and what's going on? I answered no. And that got me blocked and unfriended and whatever else.
True.
And I'm
Keep
okay
going.
with that.
Keep
Because
going.
I don't
How can
hate
anyone
anybody.
sit with that?
I don't hate anybody enough to side with a child predator.
Absolutely.
Facts.
You know, and it's so sad that I got blocked and because I answered a question from Florida Man when I've seen Scammy go sit in boxes with him.
Facts.
When have I gone to sit in boxes with him? I have gone into lives and he's come up into boxes. Not my choice.
And you still sat
So
there?
tell me when that's happened.
You still sat there?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's not a, oh my God. So if it's okay for you to sit in a fucking box where he's at, and it's not okay for me to answer a question, look at how the fuck that
Jesus
is.
Christ.
Were you worried about protecting your peace then? You threw
Scam, do you
me
have the
away
part?
because I answered a fucking question. That is so fucking sad for you.
Tell me something, Truth. That first phone call with him to clear your name, how long were you on the call for?
I sent you a screenshot of that, Scammy. You want me to fucking try to remember? So you
An
can try
hour?
to catch me in a fucking lie?
No, an
Go look
hour?
at the fucking message I sent you.
You know what? Scam, can you play the part where she starts yelling?
I'm not sure if it's in this live or if it's the other one. Do you want me to find the one in the other one?
I mean, if you can, it's not a big deal because
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure.
can. I can. Hold on.
So, Truth, this is what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to have somebody send me your Cash App or your PayPal, you know,
You
that
have my
type of thing.
PayPal where I helped with the Thanksgiving dinner, Scammy.
Okay, I'll try to find that. Yes, I will find that. And
Appreciate it.
I will send you back your $30 that, you know, originally you said you wouldn't take money from me. So, okay, but I'll do that. I understand.
Well, you
the
also
way
said I'll send you something as payment of it, so there's that.
Yeah, okay.
But you remember, you threw me away for answering a fucking question with the same person you sit in a box with.
No,
Yeah, you did, Scammy. You just will never admit it.
no, what you won't admit is that you can't admit that quite possibly it could have been very hurtful for a friend of mine to even have a conversation with somebody who has lied about me, somebody who has been making false videos of me, somebody that has called my family members. Wow. Wow. So for her to say that she did not talk about me at all yesterday, we'll have that. We'll have that recording.
Yeah, I have it. I
I
have some
want to
of the
say,
rest of
wasn't
it
it
here.
like 2 minutes and something in? 2 minutes and
No, the one from last night, it's like
no.
55
Yesterday
minutes.
afternoon was like 2 minutes and 38,
No, the one
2:58.
from yesterday afternoon is about an hour and 27 minutes in. That's what I had been playing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, she was going off. And you know, it's funny because I got a ton of messages saying, "Are you listening to Truth right now?"
And she made like kind of a veiled threat to me last night. She was like, "Scam Slam, when I get my hands on you, you're gonna find out or something. You're gonna fuck around, find out something. I don't know." When all I did was tell someone that I was bothered by something that she said in her live stream and that I wasn't going to be a regular in there.
I am, first of all, again, Simple Sweet Southern, I want you to go, and I've been saying this for a long time, go listen to my December 4th live on Scam Slam's YouTube. And you tell me what that live was based on. And you tell me where I supported him, and you tell me where I said it was the victim's fault. You tell me that. And then come back to me. No, I know. But you know what? Simple Sweet, there's been so many people saying that. The only answer that I'm going to give people now is go back and listen to the live. Because that is the common thing that people are saying, is that I support him. People say that because of that live, I support people like him. So go listen to it. December 4th on Scam Slam 412. Scam, are you looking for that clip?
Are you talking about the one from last night? Because I have that
No.
one queued up.
No, I have the one from last night. I was just playing it.
No, I'm talking about the like the one in the middle, the one that was from like 8. It started at 8
No,
something.
it was the earlier one in the day.
Oh, that's the one I was playing originally. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, you got to fast forward it, though, because she absolutely
Oh,
did start bringing up. It was like, I
more
don't know
stuff.
when it was, but, you know, she's going to say she didn't bring it up.
Hold on.
I hate anybody enough to side with a child predator.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's so sad that I got blocked and, you know, because I answered a question from Florida Man when I've seen Scammy go sit in boxes with him. So.
Wait.
What's wrong with answering questions? It's not like you're.
She's seen me go sit in boxes with him. No, that never happened.
No.
I have been in boxes, and he's followed me there into a box.
Yep, because that's what him and his friends do.
Yep.
Following him and he's in your room and
Never. Yeah, never. But if I'm asked a question, I will answer it. I don't care who you are.
right.
Because if I don't support something, then I don't support it. But most of my attacks came because I allowed her in here.
Wow, who is her?
Yeah,
Who is
guilty
her?
by association, I'm assuming. Yeah, Crystal. Because I don't agree with her supporting a child predator.
No. I don't know how T can marry a man knowing that's on his record.
Because she keeps defending him, saying he never S8'd her. What man do you know
Can you
takes
fast
a
forward
child
through this
at
part?
QQ point and what?
I'm not sure how far ahead to go after that because I don't know.
Does somebody remember what time her live was yesterday? Because I heard part of it. I want to say it was in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was like around 3:30 is when I started playing it here. Let me see. Let me mute for a minute and check.
I believe the whole thing, Julie, will be on Scam Slam 412. You can listen to the whole thing. Let me see if I can find it on my phone too, because you had you messaged me about it. Let me see if this was it. Oh no, that's not it. Hold on.
I did find another portion right after that.
Why don't you play that and I'll look for this one? I'm gonna
Right.
mute.
Her.
Right? So yeah, I just can't agree with any of that. Like a lot of people have blocked me. since Scammy has, and I'm just okay with that because I'll eventually find a new group.
Thought she didn't say your name.
Different people will come in, and preferably who don't agree with child predators.
Yeah, I can't sit with that.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody could.
Well, I definitely don't. So if that was cause of me getting blocked, it was well worth it.
Yeah, and to hear that Scammy supports that really, it more hurts me for her because I never thought that of her.
No, she's never, she used to not be that way.
Well, are her and Dora back buddies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
So I'm okay with not being a part of that group.
Right. I understand. Well, thank you for letting me up. But like I said, if it comes to it.
So I'm not sure what's after that part, but she said she didn't mention Scammy's name, and she did mention it there. I'm not sure who the other person in the box was. I don't have the username.
Y'all are gonna keep fucking around and you're gonna find out. Scammyclaus, pay me my $30 for the order you got for me. And my work is not fucking free.
Now you done did it.
Now, I didn't tell y'all to fuck off with that shit, but everybody wants to go over there and kiss her fucking ass. That tells me you support a child predator. And I told y'all, if you support T and a child predator, to block me. Did you hear me say if you support Scammyclaus, don't come in my life? Did any of you motherfuckers hear me say that? If you support T and her child predator having ass husband, don't fucking come in here. Scammyclaus blocked me because Florida Man reached out to me because that motherfucker sat in my box and he thought I supported T and her predator fucking husband. I responded with, no, I'm talking. No, I do not. And because I responded with no, then I'm a threat. Fuck you and sit on a fucking cactus. How about that?
But she didn't talk about me.
I never told any of you, not to go over there to Scammyclaus. Never once. I did tell you that if you support T and her husband, to block me. That is what the fuck I said. Don't go over there and start running your fucking mouth. I got screenshots just now. And there ain't a single fucking entity on this platform is going to tell me who the fuck I can and cannot talk to. I didn't even say you couldn't talk to T or her fucking husband. I just said, block me. Well, Andrea, you were up in the comment section. So go back over there and you can tell her the fucking truth. And that's another problem. You got all these lies in the comments being spread, and again, not one of my people fucking spoke up. So you know what that tells me? You're not really my people. Because not one motherfucker put in that chat, Truth never told us not to come over here. Truth never told us not to support you.
Who did I ever say? Did I ever say that Truth said for people not to come to my live? Because this was yesterday. I think this was yesterday afternoon. I think. I'm not sure. This says part 2. I'm thinking it was yesterday afternoon.
It's Scam Slam. When I catch up with your motherfucking ass, bitch, it's on. Well, I don't see how not. It was right there by your comment.
She did claim to have never said my name, but how many times has she brought me up?
Sit where the fuck you want to sit. But if you sit with the predator and his wife, block me. And if Scammyclaus was really concerned about her safety, she would stop fucking taunting and provoking other motherfuckers on the platform. So shut the fuck up and grow the fuck up.
But she didn't talk about me. Remember, she never brought up my name.
But Scammy, that's the one from last
And
night.
Scam Slam, stop saying I fear for my safety when you stalk Florida man all over the fucking app.
Who does that sound like? But has anybody seen evidence of me doing that? Absolutely not.
Screaming, you got desperate loose pussy.
Wow.
Yeah, well.
Now I'm gonna move on with my fucking business. Move, baby. Gotta do what's best for her. That's really funny. You got a problem with me answering a fucking question, but don't have a problem with your own fucking self getting in a box with him? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
And again, I never got in a box with him. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. And again, she didn't talk about me yesterday at all, by the way.
Shut the fuck up. Y'all need to start holding y'all's motherfucking people accountable for everything.
Twice he did that, Heavenly. Twice.
Back to what I asked you before. Did you see that CPS got called on Gabby again?
Okay. And he said Scammy owes him money. Besides that, I don't care about that. I just have a question talking about that, but
Yeah, Marlisa.
Guardian of Valor isn't here. And he said Scammy owes him money. Besides that, I don't care about that. I just have a question.
That was a fake
Are you
account.
still in here?
Good try.
And if you are, just say yes like I.
Yeah, they came in here too. It's the same
Yep.
account.
Yep.
It's a fake?
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Why, you wanted to go with that one too over there? You wanted to go with that?
Why you gotta be a fake? I really had a question.
Of course.
Anyway, go on with everything. And fuck all of them, because you know if I didn't block already, I would have been over there defending your ass, just like I was with She Extra. But I
Thank
blocked
you
her.
for streaming,
Yeah,
Snark.
I know.
We appreciate that.
What's your question, Patty?
I'm fast
Miss
forwarding.
Jules 49. Let's get her in here. Let's get her in here.
I don't follow her.
Somebody better go find her. Go get her. Somebody follows her. Go get her.
Protect your peace and safety. Stop antagonizing people and then waiting for the response. Because every time you're going to get a response. And every time it's going to get steeper and steeper. You think by now people would have learned on this app if you stop giving attention, the response goes away.
It doesn't work like that. Sorry, Angel. It doesn't work like that. Nope.
Hey, Mama G, where she's at?
I don't know why she's calling these people out, but I'm wondering if it has to do that they were in a live, because I know she had screenshots of people that were in T's live. And she was angry about that because they also went into her lives.
Have you ever heard me say that if y'all go to Scammyclaus, don't come in my live, you'll be blocked?
Never.
So
This is with Sass. I'm not going to bring this part up because Sassy got upset in her box. Scam, will her videos be posted public except the one where she doxed the minors?
Yeah, I just have to thoroughly review some of the other parts to make sure it doesn't happen in the other live streams as well.
Right.
Because it did seem, I could be wrong because I just kind of reviewed it, but the first one from yesterday that was like 4 hours, it did seem as if she was doxing possibly
No, she did. No, she
minors' names and phone numbers and even some photos.
Yeah, I believe so. I didn't see it, but that's what I was told.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely don't post that one.
No. But I'll review the other parts just to make sure they're okay. And if they are, I'll put them out in their entirety. If not, I can cut parts of it out and repost it.
And let me tell you this, okay? I don't revel in this. Okay, this does not make me happy at all. I hope someone is recording Pam's live. She said Claus ripped off a small memorabilia business. What? A memorabilia business?
I'll have the recording.
Well, again, listen, I'd be more than happy to send, her that money. That's fine. Again, I wasn't aware until she said it yesterday, making it sound like I ordered stuff from her and never paid for it, which was not the case. I told her in her live that, yeah, I was going to send her an ornament, but the store closed here and I was going to have a hard time finding one. And you know what she said? Don't worry about it. But now all of a sudden, she's making it sound like I didn't pay for goods. And of course, people go with that now, you know? People go with it now.
And she's the one that demanded it first, and then it got brought up by others as if it was really
As it really happened.
purposely, as if you purposefully didn't send her the money.
Yep. So there it is. That's again how rumors get started. So, yeah. So again, tell me, anybody in the chat, 475 people, tell me where, again, she didn't talk about me at all yesterday.
Yeah, or that she didn't bring it up first, because she did at like 3:30, and then you didn't go live until later in the evening, Scammy.
Yeah, like 6:30.
Yeah, I mean, I have our messages between you and I, where you even said to me, like, I really didn't want to talk about this on TikTok, but I think I'm going to discuss it in a live tonight because, Truth was bashing me in a live stream today. And then we got the recording and confirmation and everything.
Yep.
Myself. That part was left out because it's one of Scammyclaus's.
This was the other part of her live.
So if you want to stay informed,
I didn't really hear this, but let's.
That's what my keychains look for all the keychains I got. Makeup.
Oh, hell yeah, that came out. Put together our last order.
Shirts.
Baby is something that traumatizes me. So, glove on fire, right? How are you guys doing? Crepe.
Oh, this is the one I played this one
Who
already.
the fuck is crepe?
Yeah, that was the late night.
That was last night. That was the one overnight. But again, the lives will be posted on Scam Slam 412. You listen to it for yourself. Listen to the whole thing, and you make you come up with your own opinion. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what to think. You listen to it. Hey, Breeze.
Hey, Scammy, Scam. I'm at work. I just wanted to make a real quick point. I keep hearing, it bugs me to hear, oh, she defends a predator, she supports a predator. That's everybody knows that Florida Man does not pull out people's information, their records, and all this stuff because he cares about victims. It's to attack people. So anytime he brings out, because he lies all the time. So anytime he brings out something about somebody, we on this side, now his people jump and, believe everything right when he says it, but we don't. So we don't know. We didn't, at the time it came out, none of us knew really the details of it. We knew what the charges said and what was conviction said. We knew nothing else. So, and that's how it was. And I'm not going to believe him. None of us are, because he lies constantly. Yep. So at the time you did the live, you had very limited information to go off of, other than the people who were involved in it that were giving it.
I based it on the documents that were given to me. Yep. And I didn't get, exactly. I got those documents from somebody else. I don't remember if I got them. I had the same documents that were shown during that first live that they had.
Yeah. So it's not like we had full confirmation. We knew everything was true and everything. And, we were sitting here saying, oh, we were on his side. No, it wasn't like that. We had very limited information. We know the track record Florida Man has of when he wants to attack people. And he's not usually truthful. And he, like I said, he does it to attack people. He doesn't care about victims. He docks the victim. He doesn't care about the victims or justice or any of that. It's just what he can use to go after people. And once it has come out in full, Scammy hasn't even mentioned it at all since then. She stayed away from it. She hasn't been involved in lives or with anything. So at the time, we had the information we had, but it was very little. And it was 20 years ago. So it's not like you can pull up recent records on it.
And, one of the reasons why I haven't discussed it is because somebody who follows me reached out to me and said, this isn't something that should be discussed on TikTok.
Exactly.
And, there were people that were affected by it. And I didn't want to bring it up anymore, and I haven't discussed it. I haven't talked about it. Again, watch the live on December 4th on Scam Slams, and you can listen to it.
Yeah. And imagine being a victim of a crime like that and having your whole story put out on a TikTok live just to get at somebody.
1,000 times, too. 1,000 times.
So re-traumatizing.
And your name.
Mm-hmm.
No, listen, the whole thing with that, though, again, how many times yesterday in her lives did Truth say that I support, what did she say? Pedos, predators, whatever wording she used. No, don't do that. Don't do
As a
that.
matter of fact, we go after them. Scams helped several people go after them. So
I've helped to get some incarcerated, even. And Breezy, can you confirm, because you were in the conversation, that I never badmouthed Truth and said that she was transphobic, and I never told you and the other mod to stay out of her live streams at all.
No,
I still have
the
all
only
those
thing
messages.
you said is it bothered you what she said, and that's why you hadn't been in there. But you never once called her transphobic. You never said don't go in there. As a matter of fact, we would have still been going in her lives had she not just randomly blocked me with no reasoning, behind it. So that's why I wasn't in there, and made a snarky comment one day about it when I went in there on a backup because I thought it was a mistake. But no, you did not call her. As a matter of fact, you were still going in her lives even after that. You went in her box once after that. So you just were trying to keep a little bit of a distance because you didn't agree with what she said, which is you're right. Not everybody agrees with everything,
Yep. And everybody knows that about me.
And Heidi,
make
I
me
agree with
uncomfortable. I don't go in the lives. That's all.
Heidi, I agree with you. If somebody, I wasn't going to play those clips. Okay. I wasn't going to play those clips, from her lives yesterday, not the one last night, because the one last night I knew nobody heard. And I kind of heard bits and pieces of it. But you're going to come up here and you're going to say you didn't talk about me and you didn't bring up my name yesterday at all. And you only said it last night because people were coming into your live saying that I was talking about the situation without even knowing what I said, which was nothing bad. That's why I played those clips. Because she wasn't honest. And listen, I'll say it again. I will say it again. If there's people in here that like Truth, that's fine. I don't care. Go in there. Because like I did say, her lives, a lot of them are entertaining. Go in there. It won't bother me.
Certainly wouldn't bother me either. I never told anybody to not go into her live streams, but that's a claim that she's making about me as well. I think you should watch whoever you enjoy. However, if you are supporting Florida Man, that might be a different story.
Yeah, that's the only caveat. With obvious reasons, though,
Yeah. Other than that,
But I'll tell you what I am going to do. I am absolutely going to send her the money for those because, if she wants to be petty about that and put that out there, that it was a gift and, I couldn't find an ornament for her. And she said, don't worry about it. But now she's going to be petty and say that I owe her the money. Fine. I'll pay her the money. That's fine with me. But to now start another whole line of a lie that people are saying that I scammed truth. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. So, I had some other things I want to talk about today. I have some screenshots of other things that have nothing to do with what I talked about today, but I'm not going to have time to do it because I do have some work. I'm actually refinishing our stairs. We ripped the carpet up quite a while ago, and I'm sanding them and then staining them and then putting treads down on it. So I want to get back to work on that. I started that yesterday. But other than that, that's it. If anybody has any questions, as I always say, how did she know? How did FM know about it? Because last night in her live, when Truth was mad, she said something to the extent of, "Send me the fucking $30 you owe me." Which, I didn't know I owed her until she screamed that out last night, so. But that's fine. I'll send it to her. I will say this, though, to be honest, because I'm an honest person. No, you know what? I'm not going to go that low. I'm not going to do it. So listen, I'm going to get off here. I know, Mods, you've been crazy. I've been watching you in the chat. I appreciate it. I don't mind people coming in here that ask questions, and I can answer them. But you're not going to come in here and you're not going to make allegations on people in the chat or in boxes. It's not going to happen. So, prepare to get a escorted exit from the room if you do that. Okay? So listen, guys, have a wonderful afternoon. Have a good night. I don't normally plan on coming on, okay? I wasn't going to come on today, but when I saw that she went live again last night and was going off, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I didn't want to do this. I didn't. But I'm not going to sit around and allow people, to say false things about me without, being able to defend myself, especially when I have the proof. Because if somebody's going to lie and I can make them and call them out for doing it, I will every day and twice on Sundays. So everyone have a great Wednesday, and I may see you tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. If you have any messages or you have any questions, you guys know how to contact me. And again, go to Scam Slam 412. My live from 12/4 is there. If you have any questions, go check that out. And I know Truth's lives will be uploaded, so you can hear that too. And as I said, you make your own decision. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to what I played and the comments that I made about it. Listen to it yourself. Thanks, Scam, for coming up. Take care, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.